Neal, we had this back and forth about, I think most intensely about whether or not the Mueller investigation, the Justice Department would subpoena an interview or subpoena in-person responses to questions. And I remember it got wrapped around all sorts of legal problems. Are some of those erased by the fact that he's an ex-president, a private citizen now?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, the invocation of executive privilege and things like that's just a lot different when you're dealing with a former official. I think the storyline is predictably, unfortunately, the same, that Donald Trump is refusing to testify. He's quite simply a scaredy cat. I mean, if Nicolle, you or I were accused of something like fomenting January 6th, we would do everything possible to try and clear our name. But not this guy. I mean, he pulls every shenanigan in the book to try and avoid saying anything under oath. And I don't know, like if I were Twitter, maybe instead of suspending his account, I should have just said, you got to testify, you got to post under oath. And that would have shut him up very quickly, too. I agree with the New York Times. I think the whole episode is good for the House managers because they've given former President Trump a chance to tell his story. And he's just showed himself to be afraid. And this is the only time I've wanted Donald Trump to actually speak. Instead, he's silent and spends his time sending his IMDb page to the SAG offices or something like that. And, that's a joke in a way, but it's also serious. I mean, this guy spends his time trying to clear his name with SAG. And here he is accused in front of the American people with a vote in the House of Representatives to impeach him about January 6th. And he's scared to be under oath.
Well, and it also seems that his lawyers know he's guilty of the charge. The impeachment article is simple and is just one, and he's guilty of inciting the insurrection. Donald Trump held a rally to incite what happened next. He said, quote, "I will go with you." So I guess none of the facts are in question. And it seems to me that the Democrats have a good argument, both, and because this isn't a criminal trial where if you're found guilty, you go to jail, it is only a political process, that for the public to infer guilt and intent to do exactly what happened is not really a stretch.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's why Trump's lawyers, instead of the facts, are trying to put everything on this one claim, which is you can't impeach a former president under our Constitution. And that's wrong just on the merits for many reasons set by McConnell, not Mitch McConnell, but Judge Michael McConnell, one of the most kind of legendary conservative jurists, who said, look, even if you can't impeach a former president, this impeachment started while he was president. And he says it's undoubtedly constitutional. But Nicolle, you say it's a political process, impeachment, and that's exactly right. Our founders in the Philadelphia Convention said we gave this to Congress, not a court of law, because our representatives and senators are popularly accountable. And what this claim is about can't impeach a former president, it's just a dodge around having the senators actually vote on the ultimate question, did Trump do it or not? And I think Trump's lawyers have miscalculated because there are ways for the Senate to force an answer on that question. So, for example, in normal courts, we have something called the special verdict form, in which you split the question into two. And here, the House managers can split the question for the Senate to decide into two. They can ask first, is it okay to impeach a former official? And then second, separate question that the senators have to answer is, did President Trump incite January 6th? And it's apart and different from the constitutional question. So there are things next week that can happen that I think, Trump's lawyers haven't really figured out yet.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.